Hello, amiibros. This is Jason of video.Shocks, and welcome to my updated Nintendo Switch collection for 2022. It's been a while since I last did a Switch collection video. The last one I did was, I believe, like 3 years ago now, and my collection has grown a bit since then. Not nearly as much as like my PlayStation 4 collection, but it's grown naturally, I'd say, both in terms of physical games and digital games. For this video, I have 80 physical games and I have 31 digital games. So that's about 111 games if I'm doing my math right. So let's do this. I've been wanting to do a Switch collection video for a while now, and now it's the perfect time, especially now that I've got some new games here, especially like the newest games. So sit back, relax, get like a quick sneak peek of some of my physical games while I go over the digital only games. So let's do this. So now let's start. So the first game up is 88 Heroes 98 Heroes Edition, which was a game that it's a little indie game. It's sort of a roguelike, not really, but the gimmick with it is that it's everything around it is like centered around the number 8, and every level you play as a different character, and every character plays differently, controls differently, has different attacks and gimmicks to them, all while you're trying to face Dr. Hate. It's a neat little concept. I talk about it in my games I beat in 2021 video, so I'll put the card right here if you want to go check that out. I got a bunch of games for digital stuff, because some of it I want to go over, but some of them I kind of want to talk about. Next one is Aspire Ina's Tale. This, along with another game I got, Golf Club Wasteland. I got these both in a bundle for $5 because of their. I bought them because of their art style, because they both look really nice, especially Aspire. If you go in the eShop and see this game, it looks stunning. So I haven't played it yet, but I'm looking forward to playing it. Bastion. This game, if you've played Hades or any other game by Supergiant Games, play this one as well. This game is really good. From what little I have played, it's a very good game. I wish I had Transistor on here, which I think it's on here. I know it's on PS4. Anyway, next game is Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. Another game I beat last year, and it was a fun Castlevania throwback. And technically, I guess it's the first Castlevania style game I've played, sort of. Oh yeah, and if you see games that are in collections, like with all the BioShock games, or with what's another one, like the Mega Man collections, I'll be skipping those because I have physical copies of both of those collections in physical form. Bouncy Bob. I bet most of you don't even know what this game is. So this game was literally, I believe, 1 cent on the eShop for the longest time. It might still be if it's even on sale in the eShop, but still, the fact that it was 1 cent is hilarious. It's not a very good game. You just bounce this little Bobby guy around these levels, and it's just mediocre. But for 1 cent, I've played worse. And then I got the demos for Box Boy and Box Girl, and Bravely Default 2's final demo. Cute little Nintendo puzzle game, and then a big Nintendo RPG of many Nintendo RPGs. These are nice, especially Box Boy and Box Girl. That was a cute little game. And then Control, and I believe Hitman 3. These are both the cloud versions, because for some reason there aren't physical versions, or just regular versions of these games. So I don't know why, but I have them downloaded. But I really like Control. Control's a really cool game. It's very weird in its world and what happens in it, but it's so good. Very cool art style as well. Defunct. This is a game with a robot, and you just roll around the world. Again, nice little game. I got it for really cheap. Most of these I got for dirt cheap. Doom 64, same thing, got it for cheap. Underrated game. More people need to play Doom 64. I'm sure it was probably also good on if I had a Nintendo 64. Drawful 2. This one is technically a game that would be in a Jackbox. I believe in Jackbox 2, I want to say. But they put it as a separate game. Haven't really played it though, because I usually just play Jackbox like with ones with all the games. Fire Emblem, Shadow Dragon, and the Blade of Light, I think. The font's kind of small. This I'm pretty sure you can't buy on the Switch, on the eShop anymore, because remember the thing with Nintendo and the hey, you got to get this before it's off the eShop forever. Yeah, excuse me. I bought it because of that. I would actually do want to play it as well, but that was the main reason why I got it. And maybe in case I ever get into Fire Emblem. Let's see, Golf Club Wasteland. I talked about that earlier with Aspire. Green Game, nice title. Gris. This one is a really good game. Another really good indie game. I believe this one won Games for Impact at, I think it was the 2019 Game Awards. And it's really cool. Again, great art style and it gets pretty emotional. Like every time you like Gris kind of like collects herself, like a color gets added to the world. It's a beautiful little game. Hades, my favorite game of 2020. Assuming that Dreams does not get a part of the conversation, then Hades is legit my favorite game from 2020. Even for people who are not into roguelikes, I would play this game. It's a great introduction to roguelikes. It has a great story, it has some awesome combat, and again, another indie game with great art style, and just everything about it is just high quality. I highly recommend Hades. Has Been Heroes. This one's another roguelike. I got this one along with I believe Shovel Knight and Snipper Clips when I got my Switch, because GameStop was doing a bundle where it included all these games. And yeah, I played this one for a little bit. It was okay. It's just another roguelike. It has some charm to it, but not much more than that. Hitman 3, talked about it earlier. Hyper Light Drifter, again, great art style. This one has probably one of the best looking art styles, like with how flashy, like bright the colors are. And it's a Zelda style game, very good. Ibn Ob, I haven't played this one, but I think that one's also a puzzle game. Let me go through these. Let me go through these a little faster, because I'm sure you want to get to the physical games. Pac-Man 99, Tetris 99 with Pac-Man. I actually did win a few games of this. It's kind of fun. But I'm better at Pac-Man than I am at Tetris. Panzer Dragoon Remake. I need to give this one a try because I like Panzer Dragoon Orta, and why do I keep pressing that? And I want to see if the remake's any good. Pinball FX 3, Project Triangle Strategies demo, the debut demo. Pokemon Quest, Planet Alpha. I want to try this one out. I never played it. There's Risk of Rain 1. This one is included with 2 if you get it physically. The Snipper Clips, another cute little Nintendo puzzle game. Again, got it around the Switch's launch, because that's when I got my Switch. The Shovel Knight with the Treasure Trove, great game. Sonic Mania, amazing game, my favorite Sonic game. Super Mario Bros. 35. I don't think you can play that anymore, but I just have it there. Star Ghost demo, and is that it? Oh, and Triangle Strategies Prologue demo. And that's it. And now, let's get on to the physical games. Alright, so starting with pile number 1, I'm going to start with Miitopia, which is a game from the 3DS. And it's a fairly basic RPG, but the RPG mechanics are not what makes this game special. It's the Mii customization and the interactions that you have with your other Miis that are in your party. And you can make those Miis your friends, your family, your siblings, pets, your weird neighbor that you had down the street, a dog that wouldn't shut up. It could be anyone, or it could be Matt from Wii Sports again, but now he is resurrected as the Dark Lord, or you could just make some other weirdo man. It's all up to you. Fun, quirky little game. Next game is Risk of Rain 2, which, like I mentioned in the digital section, also comes with the original. And it's a fun, like, roguelike third-person shooter. So think of it as Returnal, but like smaller scale, pretty much. Next game is The Wonderful 101 Remastered. Never played this game. You're gonna see a few games on here that are by Platinum Games, so I mean, they do support Nintendo a lot, so it's definitely not the last you're gonna see of them. Next game is Animal Crossing New Horizons, the game that made the Switch very desirable for a little while. Like, if Breath of the Wild, once that was done, now it was Animal Crossing's turn to like get more people to play the Switch, and it worked. No matter what kind of conspiracy theory you think about, like how Nintendo delivered the game to us during 2020, it's still a great game. Next game is Namco Museum Arcade Pack. You can't really go wrong with Namco Museum, right? No matter what console it's on, whether it's like Skyrim and it could be on your fridge, doesn't matter where Namco Museum is and what games are on it, it's still fun to have Namco Museum and play Pac-Man for the millionth time. Next are all of my Mega Man games. Let me get these up here real quick. First one is Mega Man 11. Which I really liked. I really liked the Robot Masters and the music and some of the new mechanics they brought in, like the double gear system. I really liked it. But Capcom, where's Mega Man 12? I mean, I know you're bringing a lot of Resident Evil and Devil May Cry and stuff, but where's Mega Man 12? I hope it comes soon, Capcom. Next is the Mega Man Legacy Collections, volumes 1 and 2, the Mega Man X Legacy Collections, and the Mega Man 0ZX Legacy Collection. So starting with the classic Mega Man Legacy Collections, of the games on here, I've played Mega Man 1, 2, 4, 6, hold on, let me get the camera to focus, there we go, 9, and 10. And I would say Mega Man 9 is my favorite. Kind of similar to like Mega Man 11, but I think it has the best Robot Masters. It feels the most balanced, and like all the weapons are useful in Mega Man 9, just like how they are in 11. Also, Mega Man 9 has, for Robot Masters, a UFO, a mermaid, a concrete truck man, a Robot Master of Fire, a Hornet, and a few others. I like Mega Man 9. And then as for the X games, I haven't played any of them really. I've only played like little snippets of 1, 4, and 8. Like X1, X4, and X8. But can't really say on those. And then with 0, I've played 0-1 on this collection, and I liked it. It was good. I've heard the sequels are better. Like, I heard like the 0 series gets better as it goes along. Next game is Runner 3, the first of a few games by Nicholas, which back when I used to like collect Nicholas games, they were like my limited run. Like, I would try to get as many of these as I can, because I don't really collect limited runs, but I do collect some Nicholas if I can ever find some. And this is one of them. Like, you got like some goodies inside, a manual, a soundtrack, and a little Commander video lights, which is kind of neat. And it also has Charles Martinet as the narrator. I mean, what's wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, sure, Charles Martinet is in Mario in the Mario movie, but that's okay. He was too busy working on Runner 3. Next game, speaking of threes, Luigi's Mansion 3, or Luigi's Mansion 3 as I like to call it. Really, very good game. Fun puzzle game with Luigi and then Googie, the coolest character ever. Very good game. Very long too. It was a lot longer than I thought. Not in a bad way at all, but still, good game. A lot of like what Nintendo's doing on Switch is good stuff. Next game is A Hat in Time, which I don't really need to say anything about A Hat in Time that most people haven't said already. It's a great game, and we need like the Switch is like the indie platform to go for. Like if you're collecting physical stuff, then the Switch is to go if you play indie games. Next game is Portal Knights. Does anyone know what this game is? Probably not, but it's just a rip-off of Minecraft, pretty much, and the characters look straight out of Roblox. Alright, next game is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Haven't played it, but I know it's canon to Breath of the Wild and the rest of the Zelda timeline, so one day I will play it, just haven't had the chance to. And then next is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Fantastic game. No, amazing game. Of course, the winner of the game of the year at the 2017 Game Awards. Amazing game. Open world, like, it's one of the best ever to explore. There's probably like things that people are still figuring out about Breath of the Wild, like as we speak, and I cannot wait for Tears of the Kingdom. And then next is The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. I might restart this one because I think I got lost last time I remember playing that. Yeah, it's not the like easiest one to like start with and just pick up and play compared to Breath of the Wild, but has a great art style to it. But I'm sure I'll like it. Just need to give it another try. Next game is Ys 8 Lacrimosa of Dana in a like stupid GameStop case. I'd heard great things about this series, like and about Ys 9. But when I wanted to get this off GameStop, I was hoping that it came with the case, and it didn't. But that won't deter me from not wanting to play Ys 8, because I will play it. Mark my words. Mark my words, Ys 8. Next game is the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, which includes Street Fighter 1, like a lot of versions of Street Fighter 2, it might even be all of them. The Street Fighter Alpha games, 1, 2, and 3, and every version of Street Fighter 3. And I believe as a pre-order bonus on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you got Street Fighter 4 as well. How dare you, Capcom? Why put it on Switch? Please, give us Street Fighter 4. Next game is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you didn't get Breath of the Wild around launch time, then you definitely got Mario Kart 8 at launch. I don't really need to say anything about Mario Kart 8. It's a great game. And we will get Mario Kart 9 hopefully soon. I mean, if we're gonna get any game that's like supposed to be coming, then I hope we get Mario Kart 9 in the future. Next game is Puyo Puyo Tetris in the box. It's not in great shape. It's kind of crushed right here. I got it at Walmart for like a good price, and it was mostly for the box as to why I own it. But it's actually a fun game, Puyo Puyo Tetris. Like, you combine Puyo Puyo and Tetris, and you just slap them together. You can't really go wrong with that. Next game is a game I probably wouldn't get now if I was collecting Switch games, and that's Batman the Telltale series, because this came out like in the first year of the Switch's life, and I probably wouldn't get it now because of, you know, just how where we are with Switch games, and with Telltale not really being a thing anymore. I do want to go back and like finish it because I stopped at like the second episode, I think. Next game is Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Once again, I heard great things about Xenoblade Chronicles. Like, also, you know how I was saying with indie games being like the Switch's machine, like the Switch being an indie game machine, it's also an RPG machine. It's like the best place to play RPGs because they're long and you could just like go back and like in an instant if you wanted to. But I haven't played Xenoblade Chronicles. I do want to play this series, especially since, as I'm recording this video, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 was just recently nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards. So, again, I'll get to you eventually, Xenoblade Chronicles. Next game, I might as well put these two together because they kind of go together. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury and Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. So with Mario 3D World, it's it's a great game. It's a great game. I haven't already beaten that phrase into the ground already, but it's true. Most of the games I have on Switch are great games, and this is like a great one to play multiplayer, of course. And Bowser's Fury was like one of the best games of last year, so it's worth it. Even if Bowser's Fury was alone in that package, the whole thing is worth it. And then for Captain Toad, I got this because I did a Let's Play of this game on Wii U, the card up there, and I had wanted to do all the Mario 3D World levels on Wii U and the Switch Mario Odyssey levels on this version, but I never got around to it, and I don't know why. But Captain Toad is a good game. Next, now I know this version of this particular game is valuable, and that's Celeste. This is the Best Buy cover art. Like I said earlier, I don't really collect limited run games, but if I see one at like Best Buy that like I kind of want to get, then I'll like pick it up. But you don't see me like waiting in bated breath, being like like on Limited Run's website. But Celeste is a fantastic game. Of course, very hard if you're like if you're not going on like the easiest difficulty, but it's an amazing game and has a great message to it about conquering the mountain. Next is Dragon Ball FighterZ, which came to Switch like I remember like 9 months after like the PS4 and Xbox One versions. Haven't really played it, but I just know that it like really captures the essence of Dragon Ball Z, as it should. Next game, this is a recent acquisition to my collection, Bayonetta 3, and I got this after the whole thing with Helena Taylor blew up in her face, so haha. And Bayonetta 3, great game from what I've played so far. Kind of surprised it wasn't nominated for Game of the Year, but you know, still good game. Good game, yeah, good game. Next game, another game from Nicholas, Tiny Barbarian DX. Now this one is a like 2D platformer. You can even see a neoclassic sword and sorcery 2D force. And also has some goodies in here, which is what I like about Nicholas. This one has like a little pouch and manual in here, and this is one I've been wanting to finish. I never did. I think I got to I know I got a good ways in to it, but I never finished it because you know, it's like old school. It's a little tough. Next game is Starlink Battle for Atlas. Remember this game? Like the best Star Fox game that wasn't made by Nintendo? Yeah, this is that game. I mean, I kind of liked it. It was Toys to Life. I grew up in a time when Toys to Life was like the hottest thing. And in a world, and when this released, like it was Toys to Life was pretty much dead. But you know, having Fox in there was neat. Next is Rayman Legends Definitive Edition, which I guess like with Star Fox, we need a new Rayman game. I wonder when that's gonna happen, because this game is amazing. Like, come on, it's Rayman Legends. It is worthy of having being a legendary game. That sounded cheesy. Next game is Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3? No, Splatoon 2. 3 I want to get. I actually just finished the campaign for the first Splatoon, and this one will probably be next. I'm not good at the multiplayer in these games, so campaign will be where it's at. Next game, we're almost done with pile number 1. Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars. I really like Super Mario Party, aside from the boards. They're just really simple boards. There's not much really insane things going on, but I still like the game. And the character selection, like you get to play as Bowser, hell yeah, like you can't go wrong with that. And then Mario Party Superstars, haven't played it yet. Just waiting for some friends to come over to maybe play it. And then look at the renders on the inside. Look at my girl Daisy. Look how excited she is. Atta girl. Next game is Yoshi's Crafted World, or as I call it, Yoshi's Crafted World. It's not bad. I like Yoshi's Woolly World better than Crafted World, but I think Crafted World has like some like neat things in it, but not. I don't think it's amazing or anything. Next is Minecraft. That's probably like that's not the last time you see Minecraft in any collection video, really. But enough said about Minecraft. Next, Mario Tennis Aces. I liked it. I like that we're getting like a bunch of Mario sports games back, even if like the way Nintendo's doing them is weird, but oh well. Next game is LA Noire on Switch, which again, I don't know if I would have got it now, but I think the Switch version has some value to it. I might be wrong on that, but I got it because like, ooh, a Rockstar game on Switch. That's probably something I would never see again. And then the GTA Definitive Editions came out on Switch, so, but still, Rockstar on Nintendo is still rare. All right, last two games on pile number one are Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. I haven't played it yet, but I've heard good things about that. And the last one is Astral Chain, which will also be next for some of my games that I want to finish. Like either for like maybe I'll put it on like my radar for next year. All right, here we go for the home stretch. Pile number two, starting with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I bet some of you were wondering where this game was, and here it is. Everyone is here, of course. Most people who own a Switch likely have Smash Ultimate, including me. I mean, if after Mario and Zelda and all the other big boy games from the Switch, like it was like Smash Ultimate was just waiting to happen, and it finally happened, and it was glorious. Alright, next game is BioShock The Collection, which is actually a very good ports for all of these games, especially for BioShock 1. I was like kind of surprised because I didn't think that I thought these would just be like slapdashed ports, but they weren't, and I was like, that was nice to see. Next is Freedom Planet, the other limited run game that I own on Switch, and again, looks really nice on Switch. Excuse me, just had a little chill. And it's a good game. Of course, Sonic style game, and I'm pretty sure we're supposed to be getting a sequel to that game soon. Also, for Freedom Planet, I don't think Freedom Planet, the Best Buy one, costs like for value. It's not nearly as valuable as Celeste is. Next game, Daemon X Machina. Haven't played it yet. Just has something to do with mechs, I believe. Next, another game in a GameStop case, and that's Lumo. Camera focus. There we go. It's a puzzle game. That's all I really know about it. But it's a nice little game from what I've seen. Next game, Fire Emblem Warriors. But I haven't played this either. Nor do I have Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, or what's the other one? The mainline Fire Emblem game on Switch. I'm blanking on it. 3 Houses. There we go. I figured it out now. All right, next game is Super Mario Odyssey. Easily my favorite game on the console. It was my game of the year of 2017, and it's one of my favorite games of all time. I love this game. When the Switch was announced for this game, and when the Switch was announced, and then Mario Odyssey was like coming for it, I was like, you have no idea how hyped I got for this game. It was the first game I pre-ordered. I waited in vain to actually I want to show you the inside because again, glorious. You got the lyrics for Jump Up Superstar. I had waited every time there was new gameplay snippets, I was on that. It's like how I would be now with Resident Evil 4 remake. I love Mario Odyssey. It's an amazing game. And then some other amazing games. I got Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Remember when this was supposed to die on March 31st, 2021? It didn't. I'm pretty sure you can still find this, even if it might be a little harder. But you can still come across copies of this. And just for the convenience of having Mario 64, Sunshine, and Galaxy 1 on a cartridge, I'd say it's worth it, even if it's not the best way to play those games, especially with Mario Galaxy. Like, playing with buttons for that game, like pressing Y to spin just doesn't, excuse me, doesn't feel right. It's still worth owning, and I can get over it, really. Alright, next game, I got a little double feature for you guys. I got Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle and Mario + Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Kingdom Battle I beat this year. A very good game. This is where the Rabbids should be going for the rest of that franchise. Being with Mario and collaborating with Nintendo. Very good game. And then Sparks of Hope I just got for my birthday. Have not played it yet, but I'm sure it'll be just as good as Kingdom Battle. From what like, if Kingdom Battle taught me anything, that even the Rabbids can be in good games, and you know, they could shine on as long as they have Mario's back. All right, next game is Cave Story Plus, another game from Nicholas, with some stuff in it. Oh, it's starting to launch at me. I know there's supposed to be a pouch in here, but I have it somewhere, just not in here, because if I have it in here, the case can't close. But another soundtrack and manual back there. You know, Cave Story, good, very good indie game, 2D platformer. You could even say it's like the originator of the indie game in a way. Next is Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey. I have this on Switch because at the time I couldn't play the game on my original Xbox because I have the Xbox version, so I got it on here, and it plays pretty well still. It's not like the Munch's Odyssey HD on PlayStation 3, I believe, from what I've seen, because you don't have to press the triggers to do it. You just press one of the face buttons and you're good. I like Munch's Odyssey. I know a lot of people don't like it. I get why, from it being different from the 2D games, but I still enjoy Munch's Odyssey in its own right. Excuse me. Alright, next game is 1-2 Switch. Do any of you remember this game? I do. I actually had some fun with this game. Is it amazing, or is was it like stupid that it was sold for $50 on its own? Yes, I will fully admit that it is stupid, but I did have my fun with it. I won't lie about that. Sure, I played Zelda more, but if I didn't play Zelda, then I was playing 1-2 Switch, like, around launch. But I'm not gonna lie and say it's an amazing game or anything, because it's not. Alright, next game is the Atari Flashback Classics, which, if you have Atari Flashback Classics Volume 1, 2, and 3 on PlayStation or Xbox, this game is all three of them in one cartridge. So, convenience, pretty much. Alright, next game is Sayonara Wild Hearts, another popular indie game. Like, I say popular in terms of if you're on the radar for indie games, and I'm sure people have heard of this one. I know I have. I just haven't played it yet. Next, I got my Pokemon games. I got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and new Pokemon Snap. Let's Go Eevee, haven't played it yet. That'll be my introduction to mainline Pokemon. And new Pokemon Snap, I'm enjoying so far. It takes a while to get going, but once I'm out in the field taking pictures of Pokemon, I'm enjoying myself. Next game is Paper Mario: The Origami King. A game I need to get back to, but from what I played so far, didn't think it was that bad. I haven't played the first two, because they're expensive as hell, and so I'm kind of stuck with the ones I have. I have Super Paper Mario, Color Splash, and Origami King, but Origami King's actually pretty good so far, even if the combat is really slow. Next game is Immortals: Phoenix Rising. This game is straight up a Breath of the Wild clone, but you know what? It's not a bad little game. I mean, at least Ubisoft wasn't trying to be no, it's not trying to be like Breath of the Wild. It's not trying to be its own thing. I mean, it knows that it's a Breath of the Wild clone, and I guess embraces it, I suppose. Next game is Dragon Quest Builders 2. This one, I guess maybe some people would say it would be like Minecraft, but it's not. It just has like blocks and stuff, but it's not exactly like Minecraft. It's got quests in it, and maybe some dragons, but yeah, and it's a Nintendo published. Funny enough. Alright, next game is Enter the Gungeon. Enter the Gungeon. Still have not finished a run of this game at all. It's probably one of the hardest games like ever gonna get a successful run in, because it's a roguelike, and it's probably one of the hardest games I've ever played. But it is a good game. It's just like prepare for frustration and stress when you play it. Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. I barely played it. Next game is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which has New Super Mario Bros. U and Luigi U on one cartridge, plus Peachette, who became a meme like a little bit after the first reveal. I like New Super Mario Bros. It's fun, but just like the fact that Peachette was being such a big meme was kind of odd. Next game is Metroid Dread. Great game from last year. One of the best games from last year. Just full stop. Hope we get Metroid Prime 4 soon. Next, I got all my Lego games. I got 4 of these, and I actually have some. Let's see where it is. Oh, it's right there. I have a deluxe edition thing, but I got the Lego Ninjago game, the Lego Ninjago movie game. Excuse me. Lego Worlds, Lego Movie 2, the video game, and Lego DC Supervillains Deluxe Edition. I'm just gonna group them all together because you know, most of the Lego games are the same, except for Lego Worlds. But for some reason, when I played it on Switch, at least last time I played it, it kept crashing on me. I don't know what was up with that. But I enjoy the Lego games. They're not like, you know, not masterpiece games at all, except for the first Lego Star Wars. That is a masterpiece, but you know, I still enjoy them. And I also, for Lego DC Supervillains, I got the deluxe edition, as you saw with the cover, and I got the steelbook for it, so that's kind of cool to have, I suppose. Alright, we're getting down to the home stretch now, ladies and gentlemen. Game Builder Garage, which is like Super Mario Maker without Mario all over it. It's kind of cool, because game creator things are cool. It was like Dreams, but without being Dreams. But still not bad. Next is Trials Rising Gold Edition. Every version of this game is always the Gold Edition, so don't be too sad if you can't find the regular version, if you just want that. Trials Rising's fun, but I'm not good at it. New Super Lucky's Tale, which was originally Super Lucky's Tale on Xbox One, and then it went backwards compatible. Well, not backwards compatible. It went multi-platform, excuse me. And I like it. It's a cute little fox. Foxes are cool, just like raccoons. Next game is Elder Scrolls V Skyrim on Switch. Don't really have anything to say about it. It's Skyrim. WarioWare Get It Together. Played it this year. You're gonna see me talk about it in my Games That Be in 2022 video, but I like the gimmicks for the micro games with like the different characters that you can play as. Some can cheese micro games more than others, but still a fun game. But I didn't really care for the story mode all that much. It was really short too. Next game is another game by Nicholas. Well, not by Nicholas, but published by them. It'll Do 2 Plus, which is a Zelda style game, like 2D Zelda, I might add. It's a nice, again, nice art style. A lot of these games are really nice art styles, and inside there's another manual, and there's actually a map in here as well that looks like it's made out of like material that comes from the game world. So that's cool. I'm stuck on the final boss in that game, but I will beat you. It'll Do 2 Plus. And then I got my Sonic games, like physically. I got Team Sonic Racing and Sonic Forces. Team Sonic Racing, I have barely played it, and then Sonic Forces, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like this game. I wouldn't say I love it though. I mean, it has its flaws for sure. Like everything you've probably heard about Sonic Forces, like in terms of like classic Sonic levels and like the villains and the plot and yada yada yada. Yeah, it's still a fair game, but I don't know. I still kind of enjoyed it. Haven't played Sonic Frontiers though, but I'm hearing better things about Sonic Frontiers, so we'll see when I get around to that game. All right, next game, Kirby Star Allies. It's okay. Again, I've heard Kirby in the Forgotten Land is better, but I don't have it, sadly. Next game, down to the last 4 games now. Mortal Kombat 11, the Switch port. I keep realizing I have like third-party fighting games on Switch. I don't know why. My last Nicholas game, The End Is Nigh, done by the same creator of Super Meat Boy. And you can definitely feel that from not just by looking at the game with its art style, but even just how it plays. It kind of just reminds me of Super Meat Boy. And this one has Emmanuel and has the main character Ash in this little like thing. He's like a little sticky like blob on the ground. But yeah, the end is nigh. The end is nigh for a discount sale. If you know that reference from The Amazing World of Gumball and which episode that is, you're doing good in life. Alright, last 2 games. Killer Queen Black, which is a fighting game, I believe, right? I think it is. I haven't really played it all that much, but I found it for clearance, on clearance at Walmart, excuse me. And my last game in my Switch collection is Super Mario Maker 2. Just like with the first Super Mario Maker, it is fun trying to find levels that don't suck ass and weren't made within like 10 minutes and weren't play tested properly. But when you find those great levels, it feels like you found gold. Mario Maker is fun. Even the campaign, the story mission levels were kind of fun, like the ones that Nintendo made themselves. And like adding adding Link and adding just a bunch of things like the islands. It's Mario Maker 2 is good as because we wanted a sequel to Mario Maker, and that's pretty much it was worth it. I'm sure most of you would say, and that is it. And that is my entire Nintendo Switch collection. I hope you all enjoyed watching the video. I certainly enjoyed making this video. And let me just get one quick pan up here of all my Switch games. I know it's hard to see the titles because like the fonts are so small, but that's my Switch collection. A lot of games. Of course, not as many games as like some of my other collections that I have, or like compared to some people on YouTube. But you know what? I'm happy with this collection. And with that is it. So thank you all for watching the video, and please comment, like, and subscribe. And next video is, I'm not sure what it's gonna be. You'll see in the next couple of days or tomorrow. I have no idea. And feel free to follow me on social media. Links will be in the description. And see you when I am breaking my neck trying to move games around. So shock the world and us, amiibros. Goodbye.